Hey there, 2 a.m. traffickers. It's Chris Curtis here in Edmond, Oklahoma with my good friend and partner, Keith Kearney. We've got a really special webinar tonight for you. I'm really excited about it. We've just been doing a lot behind the scenes. We've got some really special things that we're about to launch for you guys. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight at the end of the webinar, but we want you to stay on board for the webinar presentation because I think tonight's training is really going to move you in the right direction when it comes to building your business and being successful online. We were going to announce a winner for this week's Facebook competition or this month's Facebook competition, and it's really not a competition, guys. Basically, what Keith and I do is we pick a day out of the month, and on that particular day, if there are 4 or 5 people that have commented or liked our page or interacted with one of our posts on the fan page at facebook.com/2amtraffic, we actually give away a lifetime membership out of the group of people who posted content that day. So basically what we do is basically draw a name out of a hat or follow a process that's really random. I mean, we don't pick and choose, cherry pick people. It actually is random, and anybody actually does have a chance to win. Which is really cool. And paid members can participate too, guys. So if you are a paid member of 2 a.m. Traffic and you think, well, because I'm a paid member, they're not ever going to give it to me, more than half of our winners so far have been paid members. So we definitely do give it away to paid members, and we just want you interacting with our fan page. We're really trying to build that up and boost it, and no better way to do that, I think, than to give away a lifetime membership. So if you haven't interacted, you still have a chance to win this month's competition. And even if you have won in the past, we still recommend that you interact with the fan page because it's good for 2 a.m. Traffic and all of us who are a part of 2 a.m. Traffic. Tonight, we're going to do kind of a motivational training. And the reason why is because, guys, 90% of success is in your mind, and it's the vast majority of it. It's really funny when you look at the difference between success and failure. A lot of times it's that much. A lot of times making one little change in the way that you're marketing your business or changing your mindset just a little bit is the difference between not having any success at all and having massive success. And that's what we're going to talk to you about tonight, is success. Becoming a success mindset or a success magnet by plugging into the success mindset. I think that a lot of people who have a problem succeeding, especially online, do so because they self-sabotage themselves. They get in a position where they're really close to succeeding, and for whatever reason, and I think it occurs on a subconscious level, I don't think that we say to ourselves, well, I don't want to succeed, so I'm going to do something stupid and make myself fail. There are real psychological reasons, though, behind why people self-sabotage and why, for whatever reason, they don't become successful. And one of the reasons is the fear of failure. This is a problem of mine ever since I was a 5-year-old kid. I remember being in kindergarten and being given an assignment in first grade and second grade and throughout elementary school and the early years in life, and I would, write down my assignment perfectly. I would do everything. The handwriting had to be perfect. Everything about the paper had to be perfect. And a lot of times when it was perfect, I would still tear up the paper and throw it away and do it all over again, because I had, from that young age, a deep-seated fear of failure. And I had wonderful parents. My parents weren't negative or anything like that. But my parents did kind of raise me with limiting belief systems. I kind of, from a very young age, my family was kind of poor. I didn't grow up in a rich family. We lived in the hood, I mean, we didn't have a lot when I was growing up. We boxed in my backyard for fun. I mean, we didn't have the money for toys or anything like that, so all the neighborhood kids would come over and we would box. But I remember from a very young age being very afraid to fail. And so much so that it would affect my schoolwork and it would affect everything, to where I would get to a point where I wouldn't even turn in my assignments because I was so afraid of not doing it right or getting questions wrong that I thought I should have gotten right, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, the best way to overcome a fear of failure is to do what you're afraid of. You know, if you have a fear of failing, the best thing to do is to do whatever you're afraid of failing at. And the more you do it, the less afraid you're going to be. You know, the less you're going to have to worry about facing situations where you might fail, because you realize that failure is a part of the learning process. It's part of the growth cycle. And Keith, do you want to add anything about that, the fear of failure? And I don't know if you've ever dealt with that before, but I definitely have.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'll take a quick second, but I know, Chris, you have definitely read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and probably a lot of our listeners have as well. And going back to just a story in there, just real quick, but Robert Kiyosaki, his rich dad, you know, at a young age, he told him to get involved in sales, door-to-door sales. In fact, I believe he was selling Xerox copiers, which are probably non-existent at this point, but or Xerox machines, you know, door-to-door and business-to-business. And this was something that he was just extremely afraid of doing, was getting in front of people, talking to people. And Rich Dad understood that it would be a wise idea for, you know, his son to get involved in this industry and to start selling, and not to make a career out of selling door to door, but basically use that as a stepping stone to get himself to the next level, because he knew if he was going to be successful in business, he had to face that fear. So that particular story kind of stands out in my mind, and it's been a while since I actually went back and read that, which is a good read, by the way, guys. If you haven't read it, you should definitely pick up the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I mean, it's probably one of the first motivational books I ever picked up and actually read the whole entire book. But that particular story kind of stood out in my mind, and there are some instances of myself doing that too, Chris. Like, you know, I was never very sociable as a young kid. You know, I just didn't feel like I could just jump in the mix and start talking to people, you know, and a lot of my friends were, so I just knew, again, myself at a young age, that I needed to do something to kind of open myself up. And one of the things that I did was I got onto a street corner in Manhattan. I started handing out flyers to people about my business, you know. So for me, you know, getting into the Big Apple, big New York City, you know, life, it's just very intimidating. I don't know if any of you guys have actually been into New York City, and especially in Times Square area, where it's just chaos. I mean, just complete craziness with people. And I just sat there. Well, I didn't really sit, but I mean, I planted myself there on the corner and just started handing out flyers and talking to people, you know, and some people would just push you away, and some people didn't even look at you. Other people grabbed it from you. Some people actually stopped, and I would have a conversation with these people, you know. And I mean, it just did wonders for my psyche, and you know, learning how to start talking to people and become more sociable. So yeah, I would say there's probably a dozen instances that I can recall in my own personal life where I just kind of stood up to that fear of failure. And if you look at a lot of successful people in this industry as well, they have definitely done the same. So I just wanted to add that, Chris.
Awesome, man. You know, and when we were talking about the blog platform at 2 a.m. Traffic, a lot of times, and you'll be surprised, I mean, maybe you wouldn't be surprised, but I'm surprised how much I hear, you know, I just don't have the time to blog, or I just don't have the stuff to blog about, or whatever it is. And I think a lot of times if we would just sit back and examine why we do or don't do the things that we do or don't do, a lot of it has to do with that deep-seated fear. You know, the fear of failure, fear of whatever it is. You know, I'm afraid if I spend time blogging that I'm not going to succeed at it. And really, like I said, to overcome that, you've got to really make yourself do the things that you're uncomfortable with. Procrastination is easy, but procrastination is never going to get you anywhere. And in reality, procrastination is really selfish. And we're going to go out into that here in a minute, of why procrastination is selfish, and why if you sit on the couch and just let your life flow by without doing what you're capable of doing, why you're really doing the world around you a disservice, and you need to reanalyze what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because I don't think that anybody on this webinar right now wants to do things that are detrimental to people around them. But the reality is that if you're capable of being successful, if you're capable of earning a full-time income online, and, you know, spending more time with your family, or whatever the case is, and you're not doing it, you're doing not only yourself a disservice, but you're doing the people around you a disservice as well. So moving on, another reason why I think people fail is because they don't feel like they're deserving of success. And this is something, you know, I'm just a basket case of all of these problems, but this is something else that I deal with on a personal level. You know, I've always asked myself, you know, why was I born in the United States of America, in the land of opportunity, with all of these things around me? And, you know, why am I so blessed? Why there are other people around the world who are suffering and starving and really don't have the opportunity to succeed like I do. And it's always been a real struggle for me. You know, I think about that, and I think a lot of it was growing up poor, you know, not really, and I don't want to make it sound like my parents didn't take care of us and stuff like that. I have wonderful parents. They definitely took care of us. We just didn't have a lot of money. You know, they did the best that they could, and, you know, my lifestyle now as an adult is so much better than it was when I was a kid, and I have so many more things than I ever thought that I would have, and I'm so thankful to God Almighty for the blessings that I have. But it's hard to overcome that. You know, when we don't feel like we're deserving of success, it's hard to really get into the success mindset, because you're thinking, well, if I'm successful, then, you know, is God going to look down on me? You might look at it in a religious perspective like I do, or you might look at it as from a personal perspective of, you know, I just kind of feel guilty. And again, this is a lot of times on the subconscious level. It's not, your conscious mind isn't going to tell you the reason why you're not succeeding is because you don't feel like you deserve success. You've got to think these things out and really write down and analyze your feelings sometimes to really figure out where you're coming from as a person. But really the way to overcome this, I think, is by telling yourself on a daily basis, by writing it down on a daily basis, and re-emphasizing on a daily basis why you are worthy of success. Because the reality is, guys, God puts you where God puts you for a reason. And I don't say this to alienate people and to, you know, delve into a religious philosophy or anything like that, but I believe that there is an Almighty God. And I believe that Almighty God puts us in a position because we're called to do something in this life. And whatever it is you're called to do, you know, that's the thing about success, is success isn't the same for everyone. Success for me is different than success for you. And that's something that we really have to analyze as well. But you've got to realize, if you're put in a world, if you're put in a situation where you can make your financial dreams your life, and in doing so, you can help other people, then again, it goes back to selfishness if you're going to sit around and not do the things you need to do to be successful. And tell yourself on a continual basis, write down the things that you want. Write down the lifestyle that you want to have. Everybody has heard of making a vision board. You know, and I don't say to make a vision board because it's this frou-frou magical law of attraction, secret of the universe, or anything like that. The reality is, guys, we get what we focus on. You know, that's why the Bible says be careful what you pray for, because praying is basically meditating on something over and over and over again. And if you're saying to yourself, well, I don't really deserve success because my neighbor across the street isn't successful, or because there are suffering people out there in the world, then you're going to tell yourself subconsciously, I don't deserve success, and your subconscious mind is going to put you in a situation where you're not going to get success. So the big key point here, Keith, and I'm going to let you add to this, the big key point here is, though, going back, fear of, or it's not really a fear, but feeling like you don't deserve success. And it's something that a lot of people deal with. And Keith, if you want to add anything to that, go ahead, brother.
Sure. Yeah, I think what we really need to focus on is serving others in the marketplace, helping others, and putting others' needs before our own. If we do that, guys, we're not only going to empower ourselves, make ourselves feel more special, like we're actually contributing in this world or in this industry, but you'll feel like you deserve that success. Because the truth is, guys, I don't want to earn the success by doing things that, you know, I wouldn't feel good about, going to sleep at night saying, well, gee, you know, I scammed somebody out of, you know, $500 so that I could earn some cash today so I could pay some bills. I don't want to go to bed thinking that. You know, I want to go to bed thinking that I earned $500 today because I offered a valuable service in the marketplace. You know, so if you can actually get yourself in a mindset of serving people and helping people and putting other people before yourself, I believe that your success will come faster. You'll feel better about your success. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to earn a lot of money. You know, we covered this in last week's webinar as well. But you got to be more specific. You got to put a definite amount of money in your mind. And like Chris said, you know, what you pray about, what you meditate on, what you think about can become a reality. And it isn't just a whole bunch of hype and talk that we sit on this webinar here and tell you that. But the truth is, guys, is when you stay focused on things like that, good things actually happen. And I'm going to jump off on just something real quick, Chris, and then if I don't know if this is the direction that you wanted to go with it, but if not, you can always, you know, jump back to where you were headed. But one of the things that we wanted to talk about, or I want to talk about tonight with this blog platform that we have for you guys, is not to give up on the blogging concept. And I don't know if this really factors in with the fear of failure and success and whether or not you actually think you deserve this kind of success. But the truth of the matter is, guys, is that we see people time and time again, you know, writing blog content, not just on our own blog, not on the Twam Traffic blog, on their own blog, and working in their business, working in their MLM, and then 3 or 4 weeks down the road, they're not getting the success that they hoped they would get. So what do? They start getting paranoid and sidetracked and wondering whether or not this business really works. You know, one thing I can tell you, you have to analyze the business that you're in. You have to analyze the market that you're in right now. If it makes sense to be in that market, if there's a demand for your product and you're happy with what you sell and you feel like you can be successful with this product and you can wake up every morning and get excited about it, and you know there's that demand for it, but yet there's not, you know, millions and millions of people competing for the same product, well then I would say you got yourself something that you can get serious about. So blog about it, talk about it, but don't expect things to happen overnight. And definitely don't get down on yourself when success doesn't happen. We talk about this too. A lot of people we see in this industry, they kind of come out of nowhere. You know, all of a sudden you join a company, you're working at it for 5 or 6 weeks, and then you see this new name on the leaderboard. And I know I've seen it, Chris, you've seen it happen. People just come out of nowhere, you know, and all of a sudden John Doe from Atlanta, Georgia, here he is, and he's on the leaderboard with 50 signups, and you're thinking, what in the world is this guy doing, you know? And then we start judging our success based on other people. We start thinking, well, John Doe wasn't here 6 weeks ago, and all of a sudden here is John Doe, and I should at least be somewhere close to what John Doe is doing, right? So we start thinking like that, guys, and you never want to put yourself, measure yourself against somebody else, because, guys, the truth is you have no idea what these people have been through, and that's the God's honest truth. You know, a lot of people in this industry are taught and just know better. You know, if we were to come out and tell you, okay, here's the truth, it's going to take you years and years and years of working your butt off. I mean, I'm telling you, you're going to have to go through tens of thousands of leads. You're going to have to call people. You're going to have to face rejection on a daily basis. You're going to have to wake up early in the morning and go to sleep at night. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to put your family and friends and people aside certain days and certain hours and certain times so that you can, you know, push forward with your business. If we actually told you this is what you had to do from the beginning, most people would say, well, it's not worth it. You know, I want to walk away from it. I mean, so most good multi-level marketing leaders and network marketing leaders understand that if we were to tell people the exact 100% truth right off the bat, it'd be too much. It'd be too overwhelming. The truth is, guys, there is a lot of work that's involved in building any company, okay? So don't look at John Doe and base your success on him, because the truth is John Doe may have been involved in this industry for years and years and years, and you don't know that. John Doe may also have a huge email list with tens of thousands of loyal subscribers and just clicks a button and all of a sudden has 500 signups. Or John Doe may be taking people from another business and transferring them into this business because he's taken, over the course of the years, he's taken his people and he's worked with them and he's, you know, earned their respect and their trust, and now they're willing to go from business to business to business with John Doe. So that's really where I'm going with this, guys, is that whenever we see like that instant success in this business, I can almost guarantee 99.99% of the times, guys, there's a hard worker behind that success. There is a huge, long story of blood, sweat, and tears that went into this business in order to get to where he was. And occasionally you get that freak of nature that just makes it happen, just comes out and has a whole bunch of money to spend on advertising. But I'm going to try to kind of pull all this together, Chris, back to, you know, whether or not we actually deserve this success. You have to stay focused and you have to be consistent. You have to want it, and you have to be willing to offer a valuable product to people and understand that the product you offer these people are actually helping and hopefully changing their lives in one way or another, whether it's a digital product or a physical product, something they can put their hands on, something they consume, something they use as a tool, like we're going to get to in I'm sure just a few short minutes. Chris will start talking about the tool that we actually have available for you guys, which is going to help you to earn more commission with 2AM traffic. It's going to help you to serve others in the marketplace. But the truth is when you actually focus on other people and you understand that you're running a real business here, it'd be ludicrous for me to start, open up a brick and mortar business and expect to be making any money within the first 5 years. And that's honest. And we can all sit here and say, well, I know that, but we get anxious and we get antsy and we want to make all that money fast. But you know what? If you were to open up a brick and mortar business, guys, and let's say you went into business with a partner who had a track record of opening successful businesses, and they, he or she knew what they were doing, and then you got into this business with this person, and within 5 or 6 weeks, or even within 5 or 6 months, you started calling this person and saying, hey, why aren't we making any money? Hey, what's going on here? They'd laugh at you. They would flat out laugh at you and tell you, you're kidding me, right? I mean, this is a business, and it takes time to make money. So don't expect to get paid right away. Expect to make money along the way. Sure, you should expect to make money, but be consistent with it. Serve people in the marketplace. Offer valuable products to people, guys, and then you can actually put your head on a pillow at night, go to sleep, and feel good about yourself and say, you know what, I earned this money serving other people, putting other people's needs before mine. And it sounds cliched, guys, because everybody talks about it. You probably heard it a million times. I didn't get it because I always put the money first for a long time. I just wanted the money, the money, the money. Everybody wants the money, Start looking to serve people, and I promise you it will really, Chris, you and I, coming up with the 2AM traffic idea, thinking of a way that we could literally offer a platform for people so that, and, I'm not trying to talk Chris and I up here. I'm not trying to say that we're geniuses for coming up with 2AM traffic, but the truth of the matter is, guys, really think about the platform we created for you guys. We give you a platform to talk about your business. And we understand the market. We knew the market coming in. We understand our people, what people want. People want to build their business. People want to know what's in it for them. People want to know, okay, if I get involved in this, how does it benefit me as a person? That's just what we want to know, So we actually brought the platform to you, gave you the training that you needed, gave you everything, basically right on this 2AM blog platform, and all we asked you to do is add the content for your specific business. And in fact, 90% of the times we're asking you to promote your business over the 2AM traffic model, but yet there are still people that choose to promote 2AM traffic over their network marketing business because they see, this can be a very profitable business for them. So I probably took up a little bit more time than I wanted to there, Chris, but I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to you. Hopefully you can kind of start talking a little bit about this new product that we have for people here.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get to that. One of the things that I did want to bring up, though, was that, if you don't feel like you're deserving of success, you're not going to write blog content from the perspective of being deserving of success. If you're writing content and you're believing in your mind, well, I'm going to write this content and I've never been successful before and there's no reason that I'm going to be successful now. If you're writing from that perspective, people are going to read into that. Okay, they're going to read what you're writing and they're going to say subconsciously, again, we're going back to the subconscious mind, well, this guy or this girl doesn't feel like they're worthy of success, and therefore I really don't trust what they have to say, and I don't want to do business with them. Keith, you were talking about John Doe from Atlanta, Georgia, and it's funny because, yeah, the chances are the guy had a big list or the guy was very successful before, but I've seen time and time again in this industry where people develop the right mindset. And once they develop the right mindset, once they get their mind right, that's when success starts to come their way. Because, guys, I build teams of thousands of people time and time and time again. I don't do anything different than what you're doing. Okay, it doesn't take years and years and years and years to build up the ability to be able to put content out there that's going to get people excited about what you're doing. You have to be excited about what you're doing. And once you're really excited about what you're doing and you can translate that to other people are going to want to join you. They're going to want to sign up for your list. They're going to want to join you in your opportunity, but you've got to believe in it And to believe in it, you've got to believe that you're deserving of it. And if you're deserving of it, then you're going to go out and do it. Now, the last reason why people self-sabotage is because, at least in the way that I analyze it, is because that they're afraid of success. You know, so many times we get on the verge of really making it happen, really succeeding, and because we're afraid of what other people are going to think about us when we do succeed, we self-sabotage, again on a subconscious level, and pull the plug on it by not believing in it, you know, not wanting it. We don't really want it because we don't want people to hate us. And that comes from us hating other people. I want you to think about this. If you see a guy driving down the street in the sports car that you want, what is your natural reaction to that person? Are you happy for that person? Do you think to yourself, man, God bless that guy for driving the car that I want to drive. I love that guy because I want to be like him. More often than not, because we're human beings and we have human nature, what we do is we say, God, I hate that guy. You know, I hate that guy because he has the car that I want to drive. But to our subconscious mind, what we're doing is we're programming our mind to think that that car that we want is a bad thing. Because we look at other people who are successful and we say to ourselves, well, that person's successful and I'm not, so I just don't like that person. You know, and it happens in our industry all the time where you see a big network marketing leader who comes out of nowhere and all of a sudden is making millions of dollars, and instead of being happy for that person, we just end up hating that person's guts without even knowing really who they are because they have what we want. But when we do that, we're programming our mind to think that what we want is really bad. Because if it's giving us negative feelings, if I see somebody that's very successful and I have negative feelings about that person, I'm basically telling my mind that I really don't want those things because other people are going to have negative feelings about me. So the way around this is to really be happy for people. You know, when you see somebody who's successful, really try to emulate that person. Try to learn from that person. Don't think because that guy's driving the car down the street that you want to drive that guy's a bad guy. Think, man, I'm going to be driving that car one day. How cool is that? You know, how cool is he? And you're going to be programming your mind in the right direction. These little tricks and tips, guys, are life-changing because it's true. The majority of people who do try to make money online, they go through this learning curve. The learning curve at 2 a.m. traffic is already done for you. Keith and I have already gone through the learning curve. You know what the learning curve was? The learning curve was joining marketing program after marketing program, telling me all these different ways, all these different systems to plug into, all these different lead capture page systems and ebooks and all this other stuff to build my business. And you know what I figured out? I figured out that the only way that really works is blogging. Blogging is the way that really works. So you've already gone through all of the learning curve that Keith and I had to go through to be successful and earn a full-time income online. Guess how we did it? We did it with the blog. Okay, and the way you write your content, the way you present yourself, who you feel that you are, and what you feel that you deserve is going to be directly reflected to the people who are coming across your blog and coming across your content. So if by this time next year you want to be earning a full-time income online, you need to define what success is for you. You need to figure out that right now, success means that I'm going to be making a full-time income a year from now. Write down exactly what your lifestyle is going to be like. Focus on what your lifestyle is going to be like. Focus on how you're going to feel when you have that lifestyle and you're able to take the vacations you want to take. You're able to do the things that you want to do because, guys, this is important. If you don't have the right mindset, you're never going to experience success. That's the reality of it. But if you do have the right mindset, you're going to attract success to you. You're going to be a magnet to other people who have the right mindset because you have the right mindset. Those people, when they come across your blog, when they read your content, they're going to want to hear, not only hear what you have to say, but they're going to want to join what you're involved in because people want to work with success-minded people. And you can tell it in the content that you're putting on your blog. I read blogs, and I know the people who are successful, and I know the people who just don't believe in themselves. I can tell by the way that they're writing their content. Okay, so the key is belief. The key is to tap into success training. Tap into the success mindset. Motivate yourself every day. Feel that you're worthy of it. Tell yourself every day that you're worthy of it. And realize that by not being a success, you're being selfish. Basically all there is to it. So that's basically what I wanted to go over tonight, guys. You can self-sabotage your success if you're not in the right mindset, and you've got to develop that mindset. You've got to work on it. You've got to program your mind to think the right way by thinking on the right things. So here's the thing. What I want to do is I want to talk about the product that we're getting ready to launch. And, you know, the reason why we're launching this product is Keith and I have thought long and hard about something that we could bring to the table that's different and better than anything else that anybody else out there is doing. And we wanted to provide you with tremendous value in the product. We don't just want to have a money game here, you know, where we launch a product and you buy a whole bunch of stupid things and it doesn't really provide any value to you. All you're doing is selling the product. So basically what we did is we came up with a genius idea based on the biggest problem that we see existing among the blogging community today, and that is coming up with unique content for your blog that people actually want to read, that people actually like, that people actually want to get plugged into. And the thing that we figured out was how to put content on a search engine optimized blog platform across the entire blog network. Okay, so the product that we're offering is actually going to be a training package for our Autoblog system. Now, in order to use the Autoblog system, you're going to have to buy the training package. The training package is going to cost $300. This is a pay-to-play deal. Okay, so if you want to get paid 50% commission off of the $300 packages that people are buying, you're going to have to buy the $300 package yourself. Okay, our pay plan, by the way, guys, includes roll-up. Okay, it includes an infinite roll-up structure where if somebody below you is an upgraded member at the $20 monthly membership and they don't buy the $300 package, but somebody they refer does, it's going to roll up to the next qualified distributor. So if you're next in line for that, you're going to get $150 commission payments from infinite levels deep within your organization. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chris, I've seen Autoblogs before. Autoblogs are stupid. Basically, guys, with the typical Autoblog system, what you're going to do is you're going to plug in an RSS feed from an article directory. And it's going to take articles that are out there on this article directory domain name and feed them into your blog as content. Okay, that's not the kind of Autoblog system that I'm talking about. We're going to deliver content related to the home business network marketing industry that's going to be exclusive to our domain. Okay, in the training, we're going to show you how to do little things like change the title of the content that's going to be auto-generated on your blog. We're going to show you how to share. We've got a share plugin that plugs you into over 100 bookmark directories and sharing sites where you're going to be able to share this Autoblog content, manipulate the sidebar however you want. It's going to work exactly the way your 2 a.m. traffic blog works. We're also going to have podcasting functionality where you can add your own podcast. Now, to get access to the Autoblog, like I said, you've got to buy the training, but here's the way it works. When you buy the training, the Autoblog is included in your 2 a.m. traffic subscription. So as long as you keep your 2 a.m. traffic subscription active, you'll always have access to the Autoblog from now until 2 a.m. traffic doesn't exist anymore, which is going to be never, you know, unless the world ends. So basically, all you've got to do is keep your 2 a.m. traffic subscription active. What it's going to do is every page that's generated on your Autoblog, which is going to update every 2 or 3 days with new, unique, relevant content that you're going to be able to add just a couple of lines of content to, change the title. You're going to be able to get listed in Google for this content that we're going to provide for you that's going to be unique to our domain name, so you don't have to worry about duplicate content penalty or anything like that. We know how Google works, and this is the way to do it, okay? It's not going to be on the 2 a.m. traffic domain name. It's going to be on another domain name, but every page that's generated through this Autoblog software is also going to provide a backlink to your 2 a.m. traffic blog. So the more content that's generated on this Autoblog, the more pages you're going to have as backlinks to your main 2 a.m. traffic blog. And the biggest thing is, guys, when you're developing an online presence, is you want your online presence to be professional. You want it to attract the people who are interested in home business, and that's the kind of content that's going to be on this Autoblog. But in a couple of months' time, you're going to have 200 or 300 posts on this Autoblog and you send people to your blog that has your picture on it, your opportunities in the sidebar, whatever you want, not only is it going to provide backlinks, not only is it going to provide unique and quality content for that you're going to be able to get listed in the search engines for, but it's also going to give you a professional presence online where when people come across your blog, they're going to say, this guy really knows what he's doing. You know, this person really has it together. And just to let you know, guys, the training series also that we're giving you for this is going to go into your 2 a.m. traffic blog as well. A lot of you are wondering, you know, how to do these advanced things with your 2 a.m. traffic blog. This is no holds barred training, okay? This is going to take what you have in your pro members section, and it's going to dwarf it the training that you're going to get. You're not going to believe the things that you're able to do with our blog platform, and especially when you plug the auto blog into your blog and what this is going to be able to do, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So Keith, I'm sorry to go on about it, but I'm really excited about this product because there's literally, guys, nothing else out there like it. Nothing. I have never seen anything. Yeah, I've seen Autoblog programs, but Autoblog programs is not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about a plugin that's going to take content from YouTube or an article directory. We're talking about unique content to this domain that's going to be completely unique on your blog, because all you're going to have to do is change the title and share it to as many share networks as you can sign up for and share it to. And I recommend signing up to all of them. They're free. You know, it might take you 4 or 5 hours to sign up to all the share networks that we're going to have plugged in for you, but it's going to be beneficial for you to do that, because that many more backlinks are going to be linked to your auto blog, which is going to be linked to your main 2 a.m. traffic blog, and that's what we call search engine mojo, for real. Okay, Keith, go ahead, man. Sorry.
No, that was awesome, man. So just to kind of sum it up, I mean, from what I'm hearing, Chris, and thanks for, you know, coming up with this idea for us, because I mean, this is what helped us to get our own personal blogs ranked, guys, where, you know, backlinks from structured sites with good, relevant content. And you may not understand it right now as a novice blogger, but trust me, like what Chris says, we know what Google wants. We know what Google is looking for. This is what Google is looking for. This is going to help you skyrocket your 2 a.m. blog. So we don't want you to forget about your 2 a.m. traffic blog. What we want you to do is use this auto blog to generate these high-quality backlinks. And because the content is going to be written by Chris or myself, you're talking about content that's related to the home business industry, like Chris said, related to network marketing, affiliate marketing, then you can go ahead and get back there and just change little bits and pieces of it to personalize it to you, or you can just keep it as is, the way we write it. But understand that this is going to be content that is delivered to your blog every couple of days, as long as you keep your subscription active with 2 a.m. traffic. So what do we see a lot in this industry? We see people join a business, and it's not just 2 a.m. traffic, it's any network marketing company, any business, and they sit back and they basically wait, right? They expect the hand to kind of pop out of the computer and pay you money on a weekly basis, and we all know that's not how it works. You know, if you're on this webinar, you've been showing up to these webinars, guys, you understand that you got to put some work into this in order to make it work for you. So the deal is that I don't know for sure how many, but I can tell you that there are definitely, you know, every 1 in 10 or 2 in 10 blogs that we create for people that go out and pay the monthly subscription price on 2 a.m. traffic, they just never go out and add any content, you know, and I mean, that's just how it is in this world. That's how it is in this industry, guys. You're going to find people that pay, even sometimes, you know, they'll pay $397, $497 for a big package in your company, and then you're over here trying to get them motivated. You're like, well, why isn't this person motivated? They just spent $500 to join in my company at the top level. They're not doing anything. Don't focus on those people. You know, and what the reason I'm sharing this stuff with you guys is because for those people that are either not doing anything or taking it lightly, and I'm not promoting the lazy money method here and sit back and do nothing, but I do want to just bring to the table this unique opportunity that we have for people that, you know, aren't adding as much content to their 2 a.m. traffic blog as they should be. These are going to be posts written by Chris and I, delivered to your, you know, auto blog every couple of days that, yes, not only can you use them as backlinks for your 2 a.m. traffic blog, but you can also get ranked with this auto blog. So what I'm telling you today, guys, is there are definitely chances to get individual posts ranked that Chris and I will deliver, you know, to your blog without you doing absolutely anything. So don't take that the wrong way and think, well, I heard Keith say I don't have to do anything to make money. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is that we're trying to make it easier. And because this is a unique product within the industry, like you heard Chris talk about this, Autoblog, it's not pulling content from an RSS feed. We're not taking articles from, e-zine articles and these different article companies and then reproducing them on your blog. This content is unique to our domain name, and this is a unique opportunity for you guys to earn $150 on every single sale. There's no qualifications. Okay, there's no having to, generate 3 sales before you can get paid, because you have to read the fine print. A lot of these companies, oh, you can earn $150 per sale, but you have to get 3 before we pay you out. Guys, plain and simple, you make a sale. First of all, you upgrade your account at that level. It's a one-time payment for $300. Okay, so there's no monthly subscription other than your 2AM Traffic Blog monthly subscription that you're already paying. And if you're not paying yet, you're a free member on this webinar, well, then you will have to upgrade to the 2AM Traffic Blog subscription first. Okay, it's a monthly subscription that you pay so that you can utilize our domain name. From there, you're going to purchase the one-time Autoblog package. Excuse me, it's going to be the training with the Autoblog, included. And then from there, guys, you can earn those $150 commissions. And we're going to end it here. I'm going to pass back to you, Chris, in a second. I know you already said this, but this kind of gets me excited because we're not a multi-level program here, guys. But there is some sort of a multi-level, aspect built in, and it's simply because you're going to see a lot more people promoting, at the 2AM Traffic monthly blog subscription level. Okay, and it works the same with roll-up. So if you get a free member promoting 2AM Traffic, guys, and let's say you were to bring in John, and John's a free member, and he starts promoting it, and he earns a sale, well, that sale is going to roll up to you. Now, I don't really see a whole lot of reason why John would want to promote it, other than maybe he wants to build his list and just, see if the capture pages work. But the roll-up structure is definitely there. But now I want you to take a look at it from the $300 perspective, because you know what? Not everyone's going to purchase the $300 package, right? So if you're building a team, let's say you have 50 or 60 referrals in 2AM Traffic, and let's say out of those 50 or 60, let's say 5 or 10 of them are upgraded at the $20 level. Well, as they're out there promoting their offers, guys, if somebody comes in underneath them, buys that $300 package, and they haven't bought that $300 package themselves, boom, rolls up to you, $150. Okay, that's a commission that you generate from somebody in your team. So what does that make 2AM Traffic? Well, in some ways, it would make it sort of multi-level, even though it's not. This is a basic affiliate program that pays out a 50% structure, but we just want to make sure that you guys understand the roll-up is there, because what you see a lot in affiliate programs, you see the webmasters and the people that run the programs taking all the roll-up for themselves. And I just wanted to, and people have asked me that question before, Keith, what happens if somebody promotes and, does the commission roll up to me or does it go to you guys? Well, the answer is the commission rolls up to the next qualified member in line. So, Chris, I think you did an awesome job tonight, man. Seriously, I'm excited. We can't give you an exact day on when we're going to launch this thing. All we can tell you is that we're working really hard behind the scenes to bring you the training, to get the package ready. We're hoping that sometime next week it will be ready. But in the meantime, just get ready for this, guys. And the more people you bring in, the better, because people, once they see this, it's going to be, like I said, a unique opportunity to earn some serious big commissions. And even if you were to just get 1 or 2 $150 commissions per week, I mean, that's life-changing income for some people. $300 a week, guys, 2 sales, $300 a week, that's $1,200 a month. I know some people that could pay their mortgage, seriously, just from blogging. And when you blog and you have content out there, that's real estate that you own on the internet. Okay, so that means that you can generate traffic and sales. Like Chris said, that the only way to do it is blogging, unless you really want to get out there and work the phones and go door to door, which that stuff is just too time consuming. There's no way to really measure your success. It's just too complicated. So this is the way to do it, guys. Blog about it, talk about it, and understand that these sales can be coming in from months and even years later that you've written an article about a particular product, and then bam, you're getting a sale from it a year later. That's how this works. So, Chris, good job, man. Thanks for coming up with this product and this idea for us. I'm looking forward to it. We had a ton of people on the webinar tonight. I think this is probably our best showing, so I want to say thanks, guys, for being here. Don't forget about our 2AM Traffic membership giveaway. Chris talked about that in the beginning. Some of you might have missed it. But like us on Facebook, facebook.com/2am traffic. Okay, just go right to our fan page, click on that like button, add a comment on there, you know, something productive, something positive, and we are going to pick one person that likes our fan page and comments on the fan page every month and give them a lifetime free 2am traffic blog membership. So Chris, back to you guys. God bless everyone, and we'll see you next Tuesday.